Mit sau adevăr? Un punct de vedere, un om și o părere.
Astăzi am ales o temă extraordinar de importantă pentru un occidental. Toți occidentalii astăzi afirmă că ei sunt propriul lor guru, propriul lor învățător. Dar este oare adevărat? Nu este important să avem pe cineva de la care să învățăm? Și de aceea vom urmări să aflăm care este rolul unui guru și ce înseamnă un guru. Am venit direct la sursă și îi mulțumesc pe această cale Excelenței Sale, domnul Manoj Kumar Mohapatra, ambasador al Republicii India în România, pentru că a dat curs acestei invitații.
Thank you very much for coming to the Indian Embassy, and it is always my honor and a pleasure to have received you, and I fondly remember that we had a small meeting and looking forward.
Thank you so much. Domnule ambasador, ce înseamnă un guru autentic în realitate în tradiția indiană?
First of all, I would be saying this one, that the guru, what we see is that guru is the person, the person who helps you. I think let me give an example. In a chemical reaction, you need enzymes, you need catalysts. And guru, the mentor, these are the catalysts. In absence of any guru, you can reach your destination. But what happens? The way in the chemical reaction the catalyst expedites. Similarly, in your life, the role of guru is a catalyst. It may be taking a little bit of longer time, but in the presence of guru who can guide you, it would be reducing the time. So what is guru? If you would be looking at the Sanskrit word guru, gu means that is darkness, and ru means to remove the darkness. So that is why the way the light removes the darkness, similarly the role of guru is to remove the darkness, to make you feel the educated, to make you feel the purpose of life, and that is why I would be saying you would be understanding the purpose of life, your aim and objective, rather than in a longer period of time, in a short period of time.
Da, așa este și înțeleg foarte bine sensul unui guru în viața noastră, pentru că eu la rândul meu practic yoga și am început să învăț yoga cu ajutorul altei ființe umane și totodată în România noi ne-am lovit de o înțelegere greșită și întotdeauna s-a confundat cu manipularea. Tot ce înseamnă un guru în România este manipulare la ora actuală. Cred că trebuie să înțelegem profund, pentru că în această existență totul este alegere. Cum ați fost dumneavoastră educat, pentru că ați crescut în India, și care a fost educația primită în familie și în societate față de raportarea dumneavoastră la un guru?
No, thank you very much. In fact, I would be saying, when you referred the yoga, I would be saying, the yoga, the tradition in India, I think India has a civilization of 5,000 years. We have the experience of our civilization, that's right. When we talk about yoga, we take the help of the experts, because what happens, you can also learn doing the yoga on your own, but sometimes it may be difficult for you, it may be dangerous, some of the things that needs practice. But when it is done under the guidance of an expert, then it would be becoming easier, so that you would not be, because these experts, they have been taught, they have got the training, so that is why they would be guiding. Similarly, the teacher, the mentor, their role is to guide you. So here I would be saying, in India, as I said, that we have the 5,000 years of experience, and we have a parampara called Guru Sishya Parampara. What does it mean? Before there were the tradition, before there was modern concept of the school and the education concept. In India, we had the Guru Sishya Parampara, means the teacher would be conveying or transferring the knowledge that he has acquired throughout of his life to the disciple, the student. and that is called Guru Shishya Parampara. In some cases also, what we have seen is that you would be becoming your own guru. Maximum cases in India we see the father would be becoming the role model for the son. So we follow that because we see in Indian concept you would be seeing the father and mother. If you would be looking at the mother would be holding the child here. So that means mother's expectation is that the distance that mother can see, the children would be seeing that one. But when it comes to the father would be putting the child here on the shoulder. That means the distance that father can see, he would like the children can see beyond. So that is why the father becomes the role model for the son, for the children. It is nothing there in the modern education, but these are the civilization knowledges that we have gathered, and we see this one that it has some merits. But there is no scientific study, but the scientific studies like Ayurveda, the yoga, we have done the scientific study. We have found out the advantages of yoga. We have found out some of the merits of the Ayurvedic products. So therefore, when we would like the whole world. So what is India's philosophy? India's philosophy is that Vasudeva Kutumbakam. What does it mean? We see this one that the whole world is a single family. We believe that there is only one sun, one earth and one family. And whatever knowledge and experience we have gathered in our 5,000 years of experience, we would be very much happy to share with the like-minded countries. And that is why when it comes to yoga, when it comes to Ayurveda, when it comes to modern scientific technology, we would be very much happy to share with like-minded countries. And here we don't see this one that we are becoming the guru. Here we would be saying that we are sharing the knowledge and experiments with the family members, and we consider the whole world is a single family.
În filozofia orientală există un proverb care ne spune că de la firul de iarbă și până la supremul absolut Dumnezeu, fiecare ne reprezintă un maestru. Cum ne poate ajuta un guru în evoluția spirituală?
So here I would be saying, I think we are talking the same thing. What does it mean? You see this one that in India, we see this one that we have in our Hindu religion, we have 330 million god and goddesses. We see every human being, every animal, every insect, every plant, the God inside them. Why? Anything that is good for us. For example, the cow. Why would you be treating the cow as a God? Because look at this one, that cow has been giving the milk to us. So that is why we plant. We are getting the fruits from the plant. Even though the plant would not be giving the fruits. But you just imagine that the temperature in India is 40-45 degree and you are looking for a place where you would be having a little bit of shadow. Who gives? The plant gives. So that is why anybody from where we are getting the benefits, that we consider them as God, and I think we have the same philosophy. Now, coming back to the guru, concept of the guru, what do we need from the guru? Who would be guiding us? Who would be becoming a mentor for us? As I told in the first question, the job of the guru is to become a catalyst. Who would be, in fact, what is the role of the catalyst in the chemical reaction? You would be reaching, the same chemical reaction would be happening. And let's take the example of the plant. In the photosynthesis, you have carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The water is coming from the soil. And in the presence of the sunlight, then what the plant is making? The plant is making the glucose, the starch. Either it is stored in the plant, and at some point of time we are also taking the same glucose from the plant. So now here, in absence of the catalyst, the reaction would be happening, but reaction would be taking time. But as the catalyst is there, it becomes easier. Now, coming back, why are we treating plant as God? Look at this one, that without thinking twice, the plant has been giving us the food. The way the milk we are getting from the animal, so without thinking, so when we are getting, that are benefiting to us. So that is why we have lot of the God and goddesses. We consider everybody who is beneficial for us as a God. So I think I have given the concept of the God as well as the Guru. Anybody who removes the darkness from our life, we consider them God. Whether it is a human being, whether it is an animal, whether anybody, suppose you just look at the example as I gave, the small example of the camel. Camel stores the water and the food when it travels a long distance in a desert. What we are learning from them, if you are in a difficult period of time, you store something. Now we see this one, that okay. The ants, when it is a rainy season, what do they do? They keep their food, and that's what we learn from them. So that's why the concept of guru is not as a teacher, not as a mentor. Anything that we learn from them. Look at, I would be giving a modern example. The companies like Boeing, the companies like the Airbus, what they have developed? They have developed the Airbus. Look at that, the size. How it is similar with a dolphin, how it is similar like a whale. What we have learned from them? We have learned this one, that whether it is in a fluid, in water or in the air. The design is the concept that we should learn. So here the animals have become also our guru for the modern research to happen, so that now we are taking that technology, how they are. Radar, how the bats are seeing the directions. They are giving the vibration, and when it is hitting the object and coming back, then now they are knowing this one, that there is an object. That technology used for the radar. So now what we learn from the bat, how the radar technology is working. So everywhere in India we consider them that these are the guiding, and that's why they are also guru to us. So it is not we are thinking of the philosophy that guru is a person who is a teacher. We think this one, that anybody who can remove the darkness from our life, the way the knowledge removes the darkness. Similarly, we would be very much happy to consider that anybody who teaches us, who guides us, who is a mentor to us, are our gurus.
Cum distingem totuși în această societate un guru autentic de un guru fals?
Once again I would be giving another example, is that, see, everything has some positive points and some negative points. We would be accepting if the positive points outweighs the negative points. I am a doctor. Let me give you an example. It's called medicine. Suppose you have a disease X. You need the medicine which is Y. You would be given a medicine Y for treatment of the X when it has more positive points, because any medicine that you take may have some negative points, because it would be putting pressure on some of the organs of the body for the metabolism process to remove that chemicals which would be coming out of your body. So you would be prescribed that medicine when the positive points are more than the negative points. Now, everybody, every animal, every plant, every insect, everything has positive points and negative points. We should be intelligent enough to identify the positive points and accept, rather than focusing on the negative points. So for us, how important it is to differentiate the positive points and negative points. If we can differentiate ourselves, then here the role of the experienced, like the doctor. He is an expert. He has studied the medicine and he knows that whether the medicine has more positive effects or the negative effects. If the medicine has more positive effects, then doctor would be prescribed. Here doctor is our guru. Similarly, for every situation, either we would be deciding ourselves that whether it has more positive points for us or more negative points. If we are unable to decide, if we can take the help of others, others may be anyone, a experienced person, a animal, anything. When we do an experiment, we do the experiment first in the animals, monkeys, then the clinical trial on the human beings. Then it is prescribed. So therefore, when we would be looking at this, these are the guidances that we are collecting from the people, from the animals, from the monkeys. That yes, it is working in the monkeys. That means as we are very close to the monkeys, it would be also working. So we should learn from them, and then we adapt ourselves. And that is why I said, Guru is a philosophy. It is a catalyst. It is an enzyme which would be giving you the knowledge, and we should be educated enough to differentiate the positive points and negative points and see who could guide us, rather than blindly supporting anybody. If you are blindly following anybody, I think then neither that person is your guru nor you are a good learner. I think we should follow the person when you see this one, that yes, it is good for me, then I would be doing.
Dumneavoastră aveți un guru?
As I said, everybody in life, everybody is guru. I think I would be saying, look, here when I have come to this room, I have learned something from you. I have learned something from your colleagues. For that particular something, I would be considering you as a guru. I had met with you, and when we discussed that we would be meeting again, that means I have learned something from you, so that's why so I think I would be saying, everybody has in their lives many more gurus. Knowingly or unknowingly, we would not be knowing that whether that person is a guru or not, but yes, when we learn something, the way we are doing the conversation, I think I am getting some experience. Look at this one, there are people who are scared of facing to the cameras. I can learn from you that you are not scared of the cameras. So that's why you have become my guru. I think I would be saying, yes, personally, I have gurus, starting from my father, starting from my brother, starting from my family, starting from my teachers, starting from my mentors, starting from my ministry, starting from my government, starting from my prime minister, I think I would be saying, everybody is sharing some of their experiences with us. We don't recognize that. But today, if we are human beings and we have been successful, and there are a lot of gurus in our life, we may not have recognized them. I think I would be saying, yes, in my life, there are a lot of gurus. And today, what I am, I owe maximum to my gurus, and I would be conveying my sincere gratitude to them.
Atunci înseamnă că este foarte important să renunțăm la ego. Pentru că ego-ul nostru este inamicul numărul 1 în a vedea această splendoare pe care Dumnezeu ne oferă în fiecare clipă.
That is also our philosophy. Our philosophy, through the challenges, then whenever there is a challenge, that also gives you the opportunity to learn. Every challenge would be giving you the opportunity. And every day, our life is having full of challenges. And that means which is lot of opportunities are there. So we need to differentiate which are the opportunities and how it can be advantageous for us. And their role of gurus are also important. So while I am not an expert on the guru philosophy, but what I know is that for us, particularly personally for me, guru is a catalyst, an engine who expedites, who is a mentor, who guides, formally or informally. And that is why the way life works in India, the way life works for me and for most of the people. Thank you very much. Mulțumesc. It is a pleasure talking to you, and I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to you and your colleague, as well as all your viewers, that today I could reach out to them through you and your colleague, and we would be very much happy to work together. And we see this one, that as I mentioned earlier, India's philosophy is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We believe that we are a single family, we would be working together. Mulțumesc!
Și eu vă mulțumesc, Excelență, pentru că ați avut curajul să exprimați atât de frumos, chiar și pentru un occidental, noțiunea de guru. Vă sunt profund recunoscător pentru această intervenție și sper să ne revedem poate și pe alte teme. Mi-ar plăcea să vorbim și despre Ayurveda, de exemplu, sau despre yoga în sine, pentru că personal v-am observat cât de respectos ați întâmpinat dumneavoastră un guru. Acest aspect m-a impresionat foarte mult. Namaste.
Namaskar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mit sau adevăr? un punct de vedere, un om și o părere.